Howdy, Bob Brown here. So, as you guys know, I got a super match coming up here in about 10, 11 days against a guy with a really tall arm. And it just made me think, I should make a video about how to deal with a tall arm. Now, the reality is I'm not going to put this video out public until after my match. But this is a couple of things you can do when dealing with a tall arm. First of all, if someone's got a tall arm, they're probably going to have to drop their arm a little bit just to grab a hold of you. And so I'm gonna angle this way just so you can see it. So I'm gonna grab as high as I can, and on the go, lat drag. Because if you lat drag, then the opponent's arm came down lower. And the reality is most people's lat drags are stronger than the tall arm guy's hammer curl. The limiting factor is, of course, the person with the shorter arm and probably smaller hand, their own hand and wrist, because when you lat drag against your opponent, you put extra pressure on your own hand and wrist. So will it keep up? I mean, if you lat drag and you lat drag and you lose your wrist, well, that's a problem. And that's what happens a lot of times, is exactly that. So, sometimes I'll grab people and ready, go, lat drag, and hopefully he's come down. I still have my hand and wrist, and then I can go sideways. Another thing you can do is if you got the shorter arm, you are straight up and down. He's probably gonna, be dumped a little bit. If you can just back pressure and wrist curl and get his hand to supinate and go palm up, you're going to be in a dominating position. Again, it requires quite a bit of hand and wrist strength to pull that off. Here's basically what I'm going to do. I will start with my hand as far to the left as I can. He's, the ref's going to want to center it, which is fine. It doesn't matter. But my elbow is going to be in the top left-hand corner. And when I go, I'm basically going to just try to maintain my wrist. I'm not going to try to flex. I'm just going to try to maintain my wrist and come straight down with my hand, which means your elbow is going to go to the back right and your hand's going to come straight down. So I'm going to pin him, or attempt to pin him, right here. So if he's the guy with the tall arm, I'm not trying to take him this way or towards me. I'm literally trying to turn his hand up and go straight down. So if it goes perfect, he'll go straight down. Now, if the pin doesn't occur, probably what has occurred is, obviously I have to be strong enough to do this, and all short arm people have to be strong enough to do this. I'm loading with some side pressure, and when I come, my elbow's coming back and down. Meanwhile, he's hitting over. And so hopefully somewhere in here, you can stop the match. And when you stop it, you should stop it in a hammer curl position. You still have your pronation, and then you can, turn on the fight. But his arm will have come, if I'm him now, even if I hit over, if I'm him, as I hit over, I've probably lost some wrist. Even if he's trying to cut, as I go down like this, I'm putting tremendous pressure on his pinky. It's going to be very difficult for someone to cup me in and get me supinated. So that's my plan of attack, and just food for thought for people who have shorter arms against tall arm people. Again, I'm going to start right here, top left corner. And in a perfect world, the pin would take place. I'm going to bring my elbow to the back right corner, and wherever that is, it's just barely outside your own elbow pad. That's where, if this goes perfectly according to plan, boom, he's going to get pinned right down there. And so that helps bring the tall arm down while hitting him with side pressure all at the same time. So as his arm's coming down, I'm trying to drive it out. And we'll see if it works against Murray Whitehead. I don't know. I know he's real strong, real fast. And, hopefully it'll work. And I hope this helps anybody else with a short arm going again. And this is really if you're going against another top roller. I should have said that earlier. This is if your opponent is a top roller. So anyway, there you go. Have a great day.